What's up guys? Today I'm coming at you with a video about why your SMMA or your content agency is failing, why you are unable to scale, and just why you're struggling to succeed in general with a marketing agency. And for a lot of you guys, I think it boils down to the exact same reason, which I'm going to approach here in a couple minutes. But just to start off with, I want to say that you're never going to see instant success with these things. Especially in the case of my marketing agency, it took me years to get to that 6-figure a month mark, and it was not easy. It went through a lot of ups and downs. I went through months where I wasn't making a lot of money, where my agency was struggling, and even in recent times, I've still had times where my agency starts to hit these little kind of plateaus where I can't get past. And it's up to me and everyone else out there who's running a marketing agency to constantly be working to revamp your strategy, update your outreach mechanism, update your fulfillment, update your every single element of your agency, because at the end of the day, this is the digital world where things are ever changing. You constantly have to adapt to the new things that are coming out and just kind of create new strategies as you go. So for the most part, I do want to say that there's no right way to do things. There's a million wrong ways to do things, and it's super difficult to build an agency effectively and continue to run it long term to where you continue to make a lot of money. But I think that this strategy or this thing that I'm going to discuss today is really the reason that so many people fail. And just to let it out there point blank, it comes down to case studies and testimonials. Case studies and testimonials are the biggest make or break, in my opinion, when it comes to marketing agencies. And I'm going to get all in depth on that today because I think that so many people overlook the just importance of having like actual successful client case studies and experiences to show to their prospective clients and basically to use in order to land new clients. And for people who do it effectively, that's the biggest make in their business. That allows them and enables them to onboard so many new clients, to just get so much organic attention towards their business. And it's really just the biggest game changer when it comes to running an agency. So without further ado, I'm gonna break this down in depth, kind of give you guys an entire overview, show some of my case studies that are successfully driving traffic to my agency and just the overall format that I run them in, because I want you guys to be able to replicate exactly what I'm doing successfully to do over $100,000 a month. It's literally a copy and paste strategy when it comes to these types of things, testimonials, case studies, and you don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's one of those things where I can just kind of give you the blueprint for how I run it, and you guys can go take it and run with it and run it on your own, because I want to see you guys be successful. So to start out with, for you guys who are less familiar with the social media marketing agency game and just how all this stuff runs, basically case studies and testimonials are just successful shows of what you've been able to do for your client. So in my case, I run an organic marketing agency with automation marketing, and I run this primarily for OnlyFans models. So when I'm going to show case studies, my case studies all involve showing the monetary gain on my client's end, the revenue that they're making. So basically, I'll take their OnlyFans tracking links and I'll show how much money they're actually making from my driven traffic directly to their stuff. So I'm able to break down the cost basis of the marketing they're running with me, what they're actually generating in revenue, and the return on ad spend when you break it down as a multiple. So that's what I do in terms of case studies. And then when it comes to testimonials, typically that'll be a text or video that is from the client directly, just emphasizing that your service was of great value to them in X, Y, or Z form. So to start out with, I'm gonna show you guys an example of how I run my case studies, because I think I run them in a pretty effective manner, and they do drive a lot of attention to my business in general. So to start out with, I have a group here on Telegram that I call Aspire Case Studies. Aspire is the name of my company. So the case studies are basically just displayed here in a concise manner so people can go through the entire group and see exactly what I've done. So to start out with, if you come into my group, I actually have a PDF format right here of one of my case studies, and I'm gonna break it down right here. So as you can see right here, I have my Reels automation case study, and I basically break down the different accounts that were being used to generate traffic here, and I break down high performing posts, the date range that we use to run it, and the cost basis of the marketing. So I'm breaking down each individual element and then showing how exactly it performed, the different posts that were driving traffic, and I show how much money they generated from this. So I show the actual sub growth. So I just want to emphasize yet again, this is like a very comprehensive breakdown to exactly how much money is being generated from my clients. I'm not out here trying to just like kind of pull inferences, oh, this post received X, Y, and Z number of likes or views, and so I think my client was happy with it. No, I'm showing exactly how much money my client generated from this in specific, which is so crucial because people like to see monetary results. At the end of the day, it all comes back to that. If I wasn't posting this type of stuff, I wouldn't be able to land clients nearly as easily. And then you go into my channel, and right here, if it's gonna show it. So the next thing I wanna show here is I have a ton of different case studies in here where I'm basically just breaking down tracked results. And there will be testimonials fitted into here as well, where I'm actually showing what clients are saying about stuff. But when I'm doing my case studies, as you can see here, I'll say what platform it's on. So in this case, my Threads automation case study, I ran 10 accounts for the client for 1 month, and their total marketing spend that they spent with me was $1,333. And then I showed through the tracked results exactly how many subscribers they generated, what the sub price was, the average sub spend, and their estimated revenue given those numbers. And then I'm able to calculate that in this case, the client made a 5.6x ROAS. So my client in this case is literally making 5.6 times what they're spending on ads with me. That is the craziest, it's an amazing case study. These clients have to realize, these prospective clients who are reaching out to me realize that it's literally 5.6x return on their money doing nothing except for just throwing content at me and letting me run it for them. They're not doing any additional work. They don't have any additional requirements to what they're doing. It's stuff that they've already done. It's literally passive income. And that's how I break it down to my prospective clients as. I'm like, you don't have to do anything else. You're making free money from this if you just give me your money and your marketing content, and I'm able to run with it and run my automation marketing for it. So in my business in specific, case studies have become so crucial because everyone wants to see case studies. These guys who don't trust someone or don't necessarily have the relationship with me to know that I produce these types of results and that they can trust me to do something like this, they want to see something like a case study. So in this case, it's so crucial that I've managed to compile tens and tens of these case studies successfully where people are making 5, 10x a return on their money that they're spending with me. And so now I want to get into the way that a lack of case studies or testimonials could just be a killer for your business and completely eliminate your ability to scale. And I think that the reality is that without case studies and without testimonials, you will never be able to scale at like an actual crazy scale beyond just your circle of people that you know or connections that you have. Because realistically, everything comes down to relationships. And if you don't have an amazing relationship with people and they can't trust you to spend that type of money with you, they're gonna wanna see something that will enable them to trust you. So if you have case studies or if you have something to basically show them that you're legitimate in whatever field or whatever profession that you're offering them some type of service in, then it goes so much further than just talking to them and basically saying, hey, I can do X, Y, and Z for you. You wanna be able to prove that you can do stuff for people. And so then comes the question that I get all the time, which is, well, what do you do when you're starting out and you have no case studies, you have no form of client testimonials or proof that you can deliver a service? And realistically, that's the reason that making your first $10,000 is gonna be exponentially harder than making your first $100,000. Making your first $10,000 is like the process of learning how to make money. It's gonna be the hardest part of your entire entrepreneurial journey. And the best advice that I can give is just to be an authentic person when you reach out to these people and tell them, hey, I started doing this recently. I've developed a super effective service that I know is gonna crush it with you, and I wanna prove that it's gonna do amazing with you. I would like to build an amazing case study out of doing a marketing program with you. And in this case, I'd like to offer you a discount as a show of good faith that I can deliver this service. I'm gonna undervalue it, knowing that my time is worth a lot more than this, but I wanna provide you an amazing service at a low risk or low cost for you. And it'll basically just give that potential client a chance to test the waters with you without spending a ton of money up front. And in your case, you're still being compensated. You're not finding someone who's leeching off of you for free marketing, but you're still being compensated. You're still delivering a service for them, and you're able to build an amazing case study through it. And I think that if you're able to do this with your first few clients and just build case studies, testimonials out of them, and basically deliver an amazing service, undervalue it just for the sake of onboarding them as a client and actually landing them long-term, you're gonna see the easiest way of building not only client retention, but just building an amazing kind of pitch deck for other clients in the future. And for you guys who are just starting a marketing agency, I really wanna make sure, do not let it deter you that you don't have these things at the very start, that you don't have experience, because I came into this with no experience, along with 99% of these other guys in the space who are doing similar digital marketing stuff. You don't need experience at the start. All you need is the work ethic and the ability to go out there, work hard, and know that it's gonna be a tough time, but you're gonna have to land those few first clients. And once you do that, and once you get the framework of it down and build this back end and the case studies and the testimonials and all that stuff that goes in the background that basically enables you to sell a lot easier in the future, once that's all built out, it's built out forever. You never have to do it again. So just think about it that way. Your first 10K will be the hardest money you make, but once you've made that, once you've learned how to make money through your agency, it's smooth sailing and it's literally rinse and repeat. So I just wanted to leave you guys with that today. I think that personally, case studies are the biggest make or break when it comes to an agency. And it's one of those things I don't want anyone overlooking, because I think that you guys will be so much better off if you do the heavy lifting at the start, you develop those, and you're basically able to use them indefinitely to show clients exactly how effective your marketing tool or system is. And that's really gonna be what helps you develop a successful social media marketing agency alongside all of the other tips and tricks that I've laid out in all my other YouTube videos. So without further ado, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure to leave me a sub if you enjoyed the video and want to learn some more about building a content agency or organic marketing agency. And I also have my coaching program down below. If you want to learn directly from me for 90 days and build a successful agency, I'm trying to build all my students to the 10 to 15K a month mark. And I think it's super doable if you take the right steps and you work with a mentor like myself who has been in the space for so long. So without further ado, guys, have a great day. I'll catch you in the next video.